Alright guys, welcome to this new guide here for the new archetype we have received, or will receive tomorrow, the Vaalmonica archetype. And you can go ahead, copy this list, take it to the ladder tomorrow and dominate with this deck. I will show you all the important combos. You will understand after this video how this deck wants to operate. It basically always ends up on the same board consisting of a Baguska. It doesn't have to only end up on this board, but it does often. Baguska consisting of a Baguska, maybe an Abyss Dweller. You could go for an Abyss Dweller if you want to, or if you know that you are going up against a graveyard strategy. Otherwise you go for the Baguska and then the Link 1 that you can make with any effect monster, being able to copy basically your spells and traps in the graveyard to stop your opponent. So it's a slow down your opponent deck, and then you can kill him on the next turn with, for example, an access code talker or other cards, or gain additional advantage to out advantage him and win the game over a few turns. And you can see right here we have all the Vaalmonica engine that you will need here on the top, and then up here from this point on there is the non-engine part that you can obviously swap around as you like. I have put in 2 Cold Buys, 1 Crossout, 3 Ash Blossoms, Maxi, basically the Maxi package. Infinite Impermanence because it's just such an amazing card. Triple Tactics because it's good and I can cross out it. I think Nibiru is quite nice in this current format, and then an Effect Veiler to be able to cross out, and just because it's a nice hand trap. You can go and replace these if you so you desire, whatever you want to put in here basically. But we will play from the Vaalmonica package, the Angelo Vaalmonica 3, a Demono Vaalmonica 3, a Cellatrice Vaalmonica, 1 Vaalmonica Followed Rhythm, 1 Vaalmonica Chosen Melody, 3 Vaalmonica Invitare, 3 Vaalmonica the Agatocological Voice, the field spell basically, 2 Vaalmonica Versare, 1 Vaalmonica Disharmonia, and then 3 Vaalmonica Skelter. In the extra we are going to play Durolame Vaalmonican Heathen Hello, we are going to play Zebufera Vaalmonican Hello Heathen, we are going to play Ivy Masquerina, SP Little Knight, Artemis the Magistus Moon Maiden, we are going to play the new Exceed the Pendulum, Underworld Goddess of the Closed Worlds, Access Code Talker, a Link Spider, a Baguska, a Abyss Dweller, an Arsenal Zeus, and then Beyond the Pendulum. And as I already said, this deck wants to establish a board and then basically slow down your opponent in order to win on one of the next turns here. You can check out this video and find out if the playstyle is for you. I will now go over in the combo part of the video and show you every important combo so you understand how this line basically operates. I will show you every basically combination of starters that you can get, and then you will understand by the end of the video how this deck wants to operate and how you can end up on your end board with basically every starter that you can draw here in the deck. Alright guys, let us go over the first combo. Let's imagine you have the Vaalmonica Dark Angel in the hand, or the White Angel, it does not really matter, one of the two, and then our field spell, which is on activation a Searcher. We are going to activate our field spell here. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Vaalmonica monster from your deck to your hand. We are going to do this and add the, you could call it the starter, the Cellatrice Vaalmonica to our hand. Next thing we are going to do is activate the Devil effect here. We need to discard another card. We will discard the Vaalmonica we have just added. Then this will go to the Pendulum Zone and scaling the other angel to the other Pendulum Zone. And now we can activate the Vaalmonica's effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard and you have 2 Vaalmonica cards in your Pendulum Zones, we can add this to our hand. This is what we are going to do, activate the effect, get this to our hand, and we can now normal summon her, which we can now activate her first effect if she's normal or special summoned. Normal or Pendulum summoned, by the way, you can add 1 Vaalmonica card from your deck to your hand except this one. We are going to grab Vaalmonica Skelter, which depending on whether you want to gain 500 life points or take 500 damage will activate a different effect. We are going to play the card, activate the take 500 damage effect to add 1 Vaalmonica spell trap from our deck to our hand. This will go to the graveyard and get us the Invitare, which is also a quick play spell. Invitare says we can special summon 1 Vaalmonica monster from our deck. Also, we cannot activate the effects of monsters on the field except Vaalmonica monsters, which is not a big problem for the deck. But also if we control a non-pendulum Vaalmonica monster, which we do, take 2 Vaalmonica Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck, add 1 of them to your hand and the other one face up to your extra deck, which obviously refers to our little angels here. We are going to play this card now, going to grab the Black Angel to the hand and putting the White Angel on our top of the extra deck here. And the next thing we are going to do is do a Pendulum summon here. We can summon the Black Devil now and then the White Angel here. then we can activate the black and the white. Both have this effect that if this was normal or special summon this turn, we can banish one Vaalmonica normal spell trap from our grave, apply whichever effect on that card includes taking damage. So as we have already seen, there is a damage and then gain life effect here that differs in the terms of which effect we have then. So we are going to banish the Vaalmonica Skelta. In this case, we will take damage to grab another of our Vaalmonica spells and traps, this time around grabbing the Vaalmonica Versare. Once again, gain 500, take 500 damage effect card here. We are going to activate the Versare, take another 500 damage, because this allows us to add or to send one Vaalmonica card from our deck to our graveyard. This will be important because this one we can copy with our Link 1 monster, but you will see this in a moment. We are going to send Vaalmonica Followed Rhythm. This one goes to the grave, and now we can just go ahead and use our White Angel, because White Angel can also on the field, if she was special or normal summoned, we can also banish one Vaalmonica normal spell trap from our graveyard and apply the effect that includes gaining life points. So we are going to banish this one to get the gain life points effect here. Then you can excavate top cards from the deck from top of the deck until you excavate a Vaalmonica card, then add that card to the hand, also shuffle the deck and rest into the deck the cards that we have excavated here. So let's just imagine we excavate until we get, let's say, another Cellatrice Vaalmonica, so another starter for our next turn. You could obviously also get something else here, because this is obviously a random effect. The next thing we are going to do is you will first want to make the Link 1 here, the Baguska that we are going to make here, place him in the middle zone, and then you want to make the Link 1, which I made first, then just later realizing that I obviously need to put it in this zone here, but this is the board you will end up on. You have a Baguska here that just wants to basically stop your opponent from playing the game and giving your opponent or forcing your opponent basically to give you back the turn. And then we have the Zebufera, which can copy effects from the graveyard. So what we can do here next turn is we can activate Zebufera, target the trap card here, and then the trap card says that for either gaining 500 life points, we can also destroy a spell and trap on the field, or you can take 500 and then you can return a monster from the field to the hand. So you can use the dragon here to copy this effect to either bounce something or destroy a spell or trap, and then you have your Baguska that your opponent also has to play through with basically a 2-card combo starter. Alright, for the next combo, let's say you have Black Angel or Light Angel once again, and Vaalmonica Versare as your other 2 combo starter, and a discard here, because we in this case need to start with the Black Angel. You know the drill. We are going to discard the Nibiru, scale the Black Angel, scale the White Angel. Then we are going to use Versare, which we can use to send one Vaalmonica card from our deck to the graveyard, paying 500 for that. This time around we are sending our starter here, the Cellatrice, and now Cellatrice obviously can trigger once again because we have 2 pendulums here, so she can come back to our hand. Now we can normal summon her. It's basically the same line as before. We are going to activate Skelta, or add Skelta to the hand, activate Skelta, take the damage to this time around add the Vaalmonica Invitare to the hand. We did it basically the same line the last turn around. So this time we are going to activate the second effect, grabbing the Black Angel to the hand and putting the White Angel once again on the top of our extra deck here. Then we are going to use our pendulum scale here to summon the black and the white one. Then we can once again use the black one to banish the Skelta, add a card to our hand. This time around we are going to grab the trap. The last time we have dumped it to the graveyard here to copy it. This time around we will have it in the hand to be able to activate it on our opponent's turn. Then we can use White Angel to banish the Versare and then excavate cards from the top of our deck. Let's once again say we find the Cellatrice Vaalmonica. Once again, you can go into your Baguska, could also go into Abyss Dweller if you know your matchup, obviously, into the Link 1, and then we are going to set the Followed Rhythm here. You can now obviously activate the Followed Rhythm, and then if the Followed Rhythm is in the grave, you can once again use the Followed Rhythm by copying it with the Zebufera. This is obviously once per turn, but Zebufera's effect is not the same effect as this one. It's just Zebufera's effect. It just copies the applied effect. So you can use the trap and the Zebufera here. So it's kind of a better line if you want to call it that. For the next combo, we are going to assume we have the Skelta in hand as well as this Ammonia and the black or the little white angel. And you will see and now start to understand that we always want to circle through the same cards and end up on the same board basically, but we will do it from different start points, right? So this time around, you're going to activate Vaalmonica, the Devil Angel, and discard the Skelta to once again scale the Devil and the Angel here into the spell trap. Then we can go this Ammonia. This time around, once again, we are going to take the damage damage to add a Vaalmonica card to our hand. We are going to activate the Skelter that we will need in a moment here. We are going to now play the Skelter because the version we had before we discarded. We are going to activate, take damage, and then we can add one of our Vaalmonica spells and trap to the hand. We are now going to grab the Vaalmonica field spell here because we are missing one piece. That is our normal Cellatrice summon. So we are going to normal summon Cellatrice, activate the effect to add the Invitare, which is the third spell that we have not used until now. So we need to use it once again to grab the Black Angel to the hand, White Angel on the top of our extra deck here. You know the drill, we are going to pendulum summon now the Black Angel and the White Angel, and once again we are going to use Black Angel's effect, banishing the Skelter, using the effect to add a spell trap to our hand. Once again we are going to add the trap here. Now we can use the White Angel to this time around banish the Disharmonia and use the gaining effect to grab one of our banished Vaalmonica cards to our hand. We are going to grab the Skelter for follow-up, where in the other combos we had the Excavate. We are now grabbing our follow back via the Skelter. And then once again we are obviously going to place this, make the Baguska / Abyss Dweller and make the Link 1. Once again giving you the ability to use the trap here and then either copy the trap again, or if you want to, you could obviously also copy these here with your Zebufera. But yeah, obviously you normally want to copy the trap to be able to disrupt your opponent as good as you can. Okay, for our last combo, we are going to imagine we have the Black Angel in hand once again, or the White Angel, the Invitare, and the Max C, which is our discard here, so it could be any other card here. We are going to Vaalmonica, scale, the other scale, discard the Max C. Then we are going to activate the Invitare. This time around, we are special summoning a Vaalmonica from the deck, so not using the second effect for the first time. We are going to special summon the card that is missing, obviously, the Cellatrice. Interestingly enough, this is not going to activate the effect because it needs to be normal or pendulum summoned, but we can take her to the grave with the Link 1 of our Artemis, and then she can activate in the graveyard because she was sent to the graveyard. We can add her to the hand, then normal summon her, then activate her effect to grab the Skelter. We are going to play the Skelter, take 500 damage. And then we are going to add to our hand the field spell here. By the way, if you activate any life point damage or life point gaining effects, these will also gain counters, which can be important for other cards, but not in these combo lines here. We are going to activate the field spell here. The field spell can now search, are going to search another Black Angel. We are going to pendulum summon next to get the Black Angel out. We can once again activate Black Angel, banishing the Skelter to add another Vaalmonica spell trap from our deck to our hand. We are missing the Versare, which we are going to now activate, pay 500 to send to the graveyard our trap, this time around having it in the graveyard. And then, funnily enough, you can make the Link 1 Vaalmonica monster with just like an effect monster, so you don't even need a Vaalmonica monster. We can use the Artemis for that. And then we are going to overlay for the Baguska. This is it for the combo guide. Hope you liked it. Hope you have fun with this deck. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is there anything missing? Did you understand everything? Let me know in the comments. And if you like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up and the notification bell. And we will see each other in the next one.